Candyman, 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 Candyman stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen, Teyonah Parris, and Coleman Domingo. And this is a spiritual sequel to the horror film Candyman that returns to the now gentrified Chicago neighborhood where the legend began. Now going into this movie, I was excited. I checked out the original Candyman and thought it was solid, not the best thing ever. And I was excited to see if I would like this one just a little bit more than the original. And might I say, I did like this one just a bit more than the original, and this is a damn good horror movie. Now, when I went into this movie, I thought it was actually just a remake. I didn't really know that it was a supposed sequel. Went into it knowing it was a remake, and I was surprised, as it is definitely tying into the original movie. And without getting into spoilers, it does tie into that original movie very well. But I do highly suggest checking out the original film before going into this one. I feel like you might be confused with some particular reveals and stuff like that. Not getting into spoilers, but I do recommend checking out that original 1992 film before checking out this one. Starting off with the cast, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II gives a very dark and excellent performance as this guy who's slowly turning insane. And towards the latter half of the film, when he slowly turns insane, his performance is so mysterious and dark, and his performance is honestly haunting. Teyonah Parris, Monica Rambeau herself is in this movie, giving an excellent supporting performance. And definitely one of the bigger standouts is Coleman Domingo. I recently saw him in Zola. He's not in the film that much, but when he is in the film, he totally takes over each scene. And like I said, Yahya gives a mysterious performance. Like, this guy is so dark and menacing that you're honestly like scared of him. And Nia DaCosta, who is helming the sequel to Captain Marvel 2, The Marvels, damn, I'm excited to see what she does with that movie. She directs this film incredibly well. The specific shots that she chose made you just feel so uncomfortable. How the characters look into the camera, it's just so unsettling. And speaking of unsettling, that score is deeply off-putting. I literally got goosebumps in multiple scenes because of how that score creeps up on you and like gives you shivers. The movie does have a good bit of comedy, which at times can get in the way of some of the scenes. For the most part, the comedy definitely hits. I did find myself laughing here and there. This film is horror done right. There are multiple scenes, like I said, that had me off-putting. There was a scene in an elevator. This again goes back to Nia DaCosta's directing. There's a scene where Yahya Abdul is in an elevator, and maybe the Candyman's there. The movie turns black, and the score creeps up. You're so scared. You hear, like, bee noises. It is just very intense in some scenes. And you honestly are going to be on the edge of your seat during this film. I'll definitely compare this movie to Get Out, which, funny enough, the screenplay is actually written by Jordan Peele for this movie, and it's produced by Jordan Peele. You can definitely feel Jordan Peele's presence. In Get Out, you do have that bit of comedy while tackling the horror genre, and like Get Out, there are multiple scenes in this movie, like I've said, they're just so unsettling, just like how Get Out tackled the horror genre. Another big thing that stood out to me was the makeup. Oh my god, the makeup team did a superb job, and they definitely made Yahya look damn scary. There are multiple scenes where I had to turn away because it was just like so disturbing. Damn good job. Well, I did really enjoy this movie. I don't think it's perfect. Like I said, the comedy can get in the way in some scenes, which is just a little nitpick of mine. And because of the short hour-and-a-half runtime, the movie can get a little overstuffed with the exposition in the third act. Some things don't line up as much as I wish they did, and I was left leaving the theater kind of confused with some of the choices made by the characters. But other than those little nitpicks, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. The entire cast gives deeply unsettling performances that will honestly give you goosebumps in your seat. Robert A.A. Lowell crafts one of my favorite scores of the year. Nia DaCosta directs this film very well, and I'm so excited to see what she does in the future. And don't let me forget, the lore in this film is very well done. They crafted a very interesting world with a lot of world building. And actually, one of my faults with the original Candyman, I feel like they didn't give us enough of Candyman's backstory, but in this movie they do give us Candyman's backstory, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and that was easily one of my favorite parts about this movie, among the many other. And I would say for the pretty standard expectations I went into this movie with, I was pretty surprised by how much I enjoyed it. And this is definitely one of my favorite horror films of the year so far. I'm gonna give Candyman an A-. I thoroughly enjoyed this film and I definitely recommend it. I also do recommend checking out that original film, as I do feel like it will make more sense going into this movie with little callbacks that it does have to that original movie. But guys, I would be very interested to hear down below in the comments, are you anticipating this movie? Will you go see it? Will you wait for it to come out on digital and streaming? Let me know down below, and I do hope you guys enjoy this movie when you get the chance to check it out. Guys, thank you again so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, do give it a like, subscribe, and make sure to turn that notification bell on to get notified whenever new videos like this go live. I got a bunch of new reviews planned, so definitely keep your eye out for those, and subscribe, plus hit that notification bell. Guys, thank you again so much for watching. Look out for more reviews very soon. My name is Ben. People call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Hehehehe